Introduction to Atoms. The essential question, what is the modern model of an atom? The atom model has changed a lot over history, and we'll be talking about that in another lecture. But right now we're going to talk about the main parts of an atom and what scientists think that atoms look like now. So an atom, as a review, is the smallest particle of an element that can still be considered that element. So if I break matter down piece by piece by piece, the smallest piece of, say, copper, if I had some copper metal and I was to break it apart into tiny pieces, the smallest piece that is still considered copper would be an atom. If I broke it down any further than that, then we start to get into the particles like the protons, neutrons, and electrons. Here are the parts of the atom. So if this is an atom right here, the electron cloud moves around the center nucleus. Inside the nucleus, we have protons, which have the little positive charge, and we have neutrons, which are the green circles here. So protons and neutrons are in the nucleus, which is in the center of an atom. And the electrons, which are the little red circles here, have a negative charge. They circle in a cloud around the nucleus. And remember that all matter is made of atoms. Here's a chart that goes over the different particles in the atom that we just mentioned. We have protons, neutrons, electrons. Protons we symbolize with the little circle with the plus. They have a positive charge. The atomic mass unit is their relative size. So protons and neutrons are about the same size, and we consider those one atomic mass unit, and they are located in the nucleus. Neutrons, symbolized by this, just a plain circle, because they have no charge. They're neutral. Neutrons are neutral, no charge. The atomic mass unit is the same as the proton. They're about the same size, 1. And their location is also in the nucleus. Finally, we have the electrons, which have a little circle with a negative sign, or sometimes you see an E with a little negative sign. Those are negatively charged. They are 1 over 1,840th the size of the protons and the neutrons. So if protons and neutrons were a basketball, then electrons would be a grain of sand. And they are found in the electron cloud that circles around the nucleus. Atomic number. The atomic number is the number of protons in an atom. It determines the type of the atom as we find it on the periodic table. So depending on the number of protons in each atom, that's how these are lined up in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the periodic table. The atomic number never changes. So oxygen always has 8 protons, for example. Carbon has 6 protons, so its atomic number is 6. Hydrogen only has 1 proton, its atomic number is 1. Okay, this is always true. And finally, atomic mass. Atomic mass is the number of neutrons and protons added together, so it's the entire nucleus. And the atomic mass can differ between the same type of element, and these are called isotopes, and we'll talk more about that later. But here's some acronyms that might help you remember some of this stuff. APE and MAN. APE stands for atomic number, protons, and electrons. So the atomic number is the number of protons. It's also the number of electrons, because since protons have a positive charge and electrons have a negative charge, they balance each other out. Mass, the atomic mass, is the atomic number plus neutrons. So if you can remember, the atomic number is the same as the number of protons and electrons, and the mass is the same as the atomic number plus the neutrons. And I will actually put a little plus in here to help you